How's it going? I'm Jared Gillis. Welcome to another All About RVs. Today, we're going to be talking about how a camera can change the way that you RV. Traveling with a camera has really enhanced the way that we RV and the way that we enjoy where we like to go and travel. So today, we're going to talk about my 4 go-to cameras that I use all the time that helps me to want to get out there, to notice the details, to want to try and capture and remember our RV trip forever. Through this, we're going to be talking about different types of cameras. Some of these you probably already have and how can you use it. And some of them, it might be something that you grow into if you get the photography bug. Both of my boys kind of have the photography bug now. Probably definitely my fault, but they're now begging me to go on certain hikes to be able to get out there and search for these photographs that they're wanting. So through that, it has definitely changed the way that we RV and the things that we do when we get out there. Now, let's start off with a smartphone because just about everybody out there has a smartphone that does a fantastic job at taking photos and taking videos in the right condition. So it's an amazing, capable device. They've come a long ways, giving you a lot of computational type photography. It does a lot of work inside to try and mimic what that larger camera does naturally. Now, I know this isn't any newsflash that there's a camera in your phone that you can use. We've all known that, but I like to look at each camera and see where its strengths are and how I can use that camera to the best of its potential. So a camera that's going to be in your phone, I think works best when you have really good lighting. It's gonna work good in good lighting, and it's not gonna do that well in lower lighting situations. But for me, the thing that's fun for the camera that's in your phone is it gives you a taste of a lot of different types of video or photography that is out there. So you could do a time lapse if you wanted to. You could change up where you take that picture. It doesn't cost you anything extra to look for good lighting and look for good composition. With the technology that they're putting in these now, you can make it look like you're using a bigger camera than you actually are. And you can use it to catch some decent landscape photography. I wouldn't plan on using my phone if I want to print my photos, but it's a great way to capture those memories. They say that the best camera is the one that you actually have with you. So I love the phone because it's always with us and it's easy to grab that quick memory, snap that quick photo, just because it's always with us. So it's easy to take those photos. Next is one that surprised me that I picked up this year because I had a job that needed some 360 footage, and so we picked up a 360 camera. And the reason why I like this, and it surprised me, is it's something that's really simple to use. I'm able to put it on a stick and we're able to go on a hike, and I don't have to slow down the family to take a photo, and I can pick the angle of the shot that I want later. I can zoom in, zoom out, rotate it this way, put end stops, make it move if I'm setting it up for us just having lunch. It's a great way to have something that's kind of, you don't really have to think about it, and it gets you some good, decent footage. Now, the downside of a camera like this is it's going to take a little bit more time on the backside of when you're wanting to get the videos and the photos out of here. Now, the other drawback about the 360 camera is I didn't care for it underwater. It didn't do that fantastic. It's good for action stuff. It is waterproof, but it doesn't do as good as just your regular action camera. So, of course, GoPro puts out some fantastic cameras in that area. This one's the Osmo Action. They're both absolutely fantastic. They've done amazing jobs at making the footage so smooth where you can just grab this, handhold it, go on a hike, and be able to use the footage from that. It's just amazing how good of an image it does and how stable that image comes out. That was awesome. How did you do? Good. Now, the last camera that we're going to talk about is by far my favorite, and getting into a camera like this might send you running down a rabbit hole that you will never find yourself coming out of, but it is a blast to be able to use something like this. And this is what my sons have moved to and what I use that really get us chasing those places to want to go find that photograph. Now, the thing that is different about a camera like this from the phone or an action camera that gets me to want to wake up early in the morning or go somewhere that's beautiful to film it or photograph it is the quality of what you're getting out of this. So it's gonna naturally have a larger image sensor in a camera like this. The detachable lenses give you a lot of different options for different focal lengths, being able to frame up your shot different. Just the quality of the image and the control that you have over it is what makes it really fun to film or photograph with a camera like this. This is the tool that I want in my hand when I'm chasing that early morning light or that golden hour in the evening, when I want to get that image the way that I want it so that I can set my f-stop or the shutter speed. Having that control on something like this is what makes that a ton of fun. Now, this is the Canon 80D. The bulk of everything that you've seen on this channel has been filmed on this camera. I've switched to the Canon EOS R6 because the full frame image sensor is going to give me more stability in the shots, and it's going to do better in low light performance. But the control that you have with these cameras is just amazing. My favorite is that we can use all these so that we can capture what it was like to be there on our RV trip and then be able to put something together or look back on them and to be able to remember that trip forever. For me, it's been fun to watch because both of my boys are actually better photographers than I am. My oldest son, Eli, he wanted to go to this ice cave and he wanted to get a picture that slowed down the shutter and made the water really smooth. He was able to dial in all those settings and take that photograph. This year was pretty special because he took a lot of those photos that he took throughout the year, edited them, and he was able to print them on metal and give them to family members as gifts this year. It was pretty neat. For me, photo and video, getting out there and doing this while we are RVing just adds so much, enhances so much of RVing for us. I would have a hard time thinking about RVing and not looking to film it or take photos while we're out there. So if you're interested in any of this gear, I'll put a link down in the description to the gear that we use and that we talked about in this video. But I think that's gonna do it for today. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you wanna see more videos about RVing, hit that subscribe button. And if we don't see you on the road, hopefully we will. See you next video.